Good afternoon, Mashpee community. This is Patty DeBoer, Superintendent in Mashpee, and I wanted to take this opportunity to give you a little video update for this week's communication. Today is Friday. It is November 20th, 2020. It is a beautiful day. We've gotten another warm day out of the month of November, so that's a great experience for everybody. Today is the 45th school day for our students, the 45th learning day for them as well. And I do want to express gratitude to our students and our staff and families again for all of the safety precautions that you are taking, both in school and outside of school, with the mask wearing and the 6-foot distancing and the hand washing, and really trying to avoid activities that might compromise our school environment. So I'm very happy that so far we have been able to continue with our current learning plan, and that is the hope and plan for the rest of the school year as well. And I know that this marks the end of learning for all of our students for the next week. Everyone is off for the Thanksgiving break. The teachers will be in on Monday and Tuesday for some professional development time. But unlike past years, students and families, you have the entire week off. I do want to caution everyone to adhere to guidelines regarding travel, particularly to states that are not green, which there's very few that are green, and also avoiding getting together with individuals that you're not normally with for Thanksgiving. And I know it's not ideal. I certainly miss being with my grandchildren in Pennsylvania, but I think it's important for all of us to do whatever we can to ensure that we're keeping as healthy of a Mashpee environment as we can. So I appreciate all the support and help that we are going to hopefully get from our students and families and staff over this next break so that we can be ready to open back up for learning on Monday, November 30th. Another thing I wanted to talk about, it was in the paper yesterday, the Cape Cod Times. Several of our surrounding districts have opted into a rapid COVID-19 testing program that would take place at the schools. Mashpee did not choose to put their name in the hat for this opportunity, partly because it is meant for individuals who have symptoms. And our current philosophy and practice is that if you have symptoms, whether you're a student or a staff, you are to stay home so that we can avoid bringing any potential virus into our school environment. And so one of the main reasons was because it's not a surveillance test where everyone would be tested, we would not choose to do that in our school setting, which to me somewhat encourages someone who's not well to come to school where they could be then tested. And also the rapid test has to be followed up with what is the current standard of the PCR test. So you would still have to do that as well. But so that was mainly the primary reason. And the decision was developed after consulting our district physician, Greg Parkinson, as well as our district nurse coordinator, Stacy Shackle. And if you have any questions related to this, please send me an email. I'd be happy to explain further. There were quite a few other reasons why we chose not to participate, but just know that when other opportunities do come available that sort of fit more with our plans and are going to lead to the outcomes that will be more beneficial to us, we are absolutely planning to participate. You see behind me a picture of Native American students and adults, and this is a picture from last year because unfortunately this year we were not able to hold our cultural assemblies that we did last year because of COVID. And November is the National Native American Heritage Month, and we have tried to do various activities this week as well. Connected to the email that you're going to get later today is a short video that actually includes many Native American students responding to the prompt, what would you like all people to know about your Wampanoag culture? So hopefully you'll enjoy seeing that as well. But I just want to emphasize and highlight the fact that our district is so rich because of our Native American population, and I can't imagine what it would be like without our Native students or the culture that's in this community. So we continue to work on ways to build equity in our system for our Native American students and for all students, but I just want to acknowledge that the joy and the richness that is brought to their peers as well as to the teachers by our Native American students. And the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe has done so much for us, and the partnership that we currently have with them is really bringing about some positive changes. So we celebrate during this month. We wish we could do more. There are also some short videos. I'll probably connect to the email today as well, with some students reading short biographies of some of the tribal elders, and those were shared with all of our students during this past week as well. A couple of other items to go over has to do, one is a reminder about the influenza shot, or that all students are expected to have by December 31st. If you need any assistance with that, please reach out to your school, your child's school nurse, and they can facilitate, but a lot of the completed forms are coming in. So thank you to all the families that are getting their child's flu vaccine. Also, one of the reminders too, which was from last week, is that in PowerSchool, if you have not updated your child's data, which we've been asking for quite a while, you really, really need to. We need up-to-date information if we have to call you related to contact tracing. So if you can do that, if you need help with that, reach out to us. It is very, very, very important that we have the most up-to-date information for you. And related to that, I know that I sent a letter out last night. So we have had 6 positive cases in our district so far this school year, and that is, they happen to be all students, and all of the positive cases were not generated within the school setting. And when you take that number, which is 6 out of, we have 1,502 students, and you add another 300 or so staff members, so out of about little over 1,800 individuals, I think that's a pretty good result right now, and that is only happening because of all of the hard work of everyone. So I really want to emphasize that. I also want to say that our district nurse coordinator, when we do find out that we have a positive case, she starts the work right away. And because of the records that we're maintaining, so we have seating plans on buses, in the cafeterias, in the classrooms, pretty much everywhere, so that we are able to narrow down who would be a close contact for a student who tests positive. And also realizing that when we find out the student is positive, you go back 48 hours. So you go back over a 2-day period to start looking at who might have come in contact with that person. And just a reminder, to be considered a close contact, you have to have been within that student's, or it could be staff, but student's 6-foot bubble for more than 15 minutes over the course of a day. So because of our spacing in our classrooms, it's not likely that we would have student contacts from the classroom setting. So I just want to say that all of the plans that we have in place appear to be working, and we're hopeful that that's going to continue on as well. But just to assure you that we do really have a lot of information that goes into tracking when we do have a positive case, and having up-to-date data in PowerSchool is really important and very helpful to creating a rather expedient process in so doing. I do want to thank everybody also for responding to the parent guardian check-in survey. We had 809 responses, and there was supposed to be a response for each child. So 809 responses out of 1,502 students is really a great return in terms of a survey. Would I have liked to have 100%? Absolutely. But I think being able to achieve what we did will give us some very important information. So over the next couple of weeks, and also early into next week first, we are looking at the information, particularly the responses to the question about if your child is experiencing some social emotional challenges, and you will be receiving contact from the school to provide some supports for you, particularly if you chose, the 4 or 5, which is really where you're starting to have more significant concerns as well. We'll also be reaching back out to anyone who indicated that they had challenges with their internet, and we have some plans in place to further support those families also. And then finally, any of the narrative comments that were shared that require us to sort of make things better for you, we'll be looking into those as well, and you'll be hearing from the school. So I really want to emphasize how happy I am with everyone who was able to contribute to that survey. We really appreciate it. Just a reminder, or the last reminder is just to really make an effort or choose to be thankful. And I use the word choose because we have a lot of emotions going on in our worlds, and everybody has different things sort of that they're dealing with. But hopefully with every single one of us, you could look at your cup, and I say this all the time, your half full cup. There are many things that we should be focusing on and be thankful for. Are there things that are on the empty side of the cup? Absolutely. But things are going to get better. And I want to make sure that you consciously make an effort to find things to be thankful for. And whether you're with one individual over Thanksgiving, or even if you're alone and hopefully someone's going to reach out and provide you with some support, it can still be a great day. And there are other ways to stay communicated. So I just really want to tell you that we're going to get through this together. I'm very confident. We have a great leadership team, and we have our amazing teachers, and everybody's working very hard. But part of it is because we care about each other. We really value the relationships we establish. I just said to someone this week that for me, not that I don't love this job, because I do, but what makes this job so meaningful to me is the interaction I am able to have with students. And obviously that is a little bit curtailed this year. All of the extra events outside of the classroom that go into making a school year full of life and vibrancy, we're definitely missing, but we are still connecting with each other, and we are still making every effort to make sure that we value and appreciate not only the work that's happening, but also the people that are doing the work and our learners. And it is really quite impressive when I go in the classrooms, what I am seeing. And I've said this before about our teachers, they are definitely outside of their comfort zone. Many parents are outside of their comfort zone. And this is sort of an adjustment for all of our students, but we are really doing a great job together. And it's because of this collaboration and the valuing of relationships, and choosing to be, sort of problem solvers rather than complainers. We're really outside the box thinkers. So I really appreciate all that we are doing together. We are a connected community here in Mashpee, and just want to leave you with, I am very thankful for all of you. I feel grateful. We should all work together to make sure everyone has something to be thankful for. And I want you to take care. And as a reminder, again, there's no school for students next week, all next week. And we are back together with learning on Monday, November 30th. And so please take precautions. I have said to our staff, and I'm going to say it again here, to families, if you are choosing to travel to a state that is red, you need to follow all of the travel guidelines from the state of Massachusetts. And for you to come back to school, and we need all of our students to return to learning as well as staff, you need to plan to get a PCR test if you are in fact traveling to another state. And so what I suggested was Friday, you need to look at the state that you're visiting and decide, I need to get a test so that I have my results by Monday so that I can go back to school. That's if you are choosing to travel, which hopefully you're not. But if you are, there are steps you can take to still make sure that you're keeping our school community safe. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And I hope that you have a great week off. I hope that you have an opportunity to find time to rest and to enjoy and to laugh with each other. And I want you all to take care. Thank you.